So if you're an event planner, if you're a wedding planner, then you know you've been out there, you've seen it. There are some event planners that price their services so low, you're wondering how the hell are they making any profit? Well, I'm about to share 3 tips on how you can compete with them. Hi, I'm Jody Ann Roll, founder of the Event Certificate, and I work with event planners to help them turn clicks into clients. I'm all about your digital marketing strategies because guess what? I started my business from the couch in my condo and it turned from peanuts to working on 4 and 5 and 6-figure events, and I'm about to show you how to do the same. So here's the thing out there. There's a lot of event planners, a lot of wedding planners. I'm going to focus on the weddings for you guys because so many people out there will lower their prices to almost nothing to be able to compete. And when you know that you're providing a service that is so good and you know that you can't actually match those prices, it becomes difficult and it's a little hurtful because you're wondering, how am I able to stay in business? Well, here's how. The first thing you want to do is you want to actually differentiate your product. Never compete with a low price competitor on price because you will never win that game. Instead, I want you to differentiate your product from theirs. And what do I mean by that? So if you know that they're all offering the same thing, so they're offering full service planning, day of coordination, yada, 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 just ensure that your packages are different. So maybe instead of doing a full service planning package, you want to offer a VIP package and you include things that they don't have. For example, you might have for your venue tours with your client, you do a black car service that's completely included in the package. Everything that you need to do to set yourself apart needs to be in your package. So I want you to look at what they have, look at what you have, and if they're the same things, look at how you can differentiate yourself. Because when you're different from what they're offering, when a client comes to you and they say something like, well, Jody, I don't want to pay your price. I just spoke to, Sharon down the street and Sharon's price is $5,000 less than yours and she's offering the same thing. You can confidently look at her and say, well, not exactly. My packages include a black car service, a tour of the venue. I walk with you through the venue layout. I do your seating charts, and I know her package doesn't include that. If you can do that with a client, then you're already winning. Tip number 2 is to actually share the benefits and value of the service that you provide. A lot of the time when customers are making decisions based on price, it's because they don't know the value of the service. So it's your job, if you want to compete with these low price competitors, to ensure that your value is being properly articulated. What do I mean by that? Well, instead of saying to a client, well, I do your seating chart, that's not really the value that you want to communicate. Doing the seating chart, it's a task, right? You need to help them to understand the benefit. So you need to say to them, well, one of the services that I provide is I will do your seating charts for you, because I know that family dynamics can get crazy and I don't want you to have the responsibility of worrying about seating Aunt Janet beside Uncle Joe because they didn't like each other from kindergarten, right? I will take all of that for you. You just let me know your concerns and I will take the time and do it all. Now, if that's a service I provide and you can articulate the value of that, the client will see it completely differently. Tip number 3 is I want you to level up your client experience. Because a competitor is offering the same service or if they're offering lower price, it does not mean that your client experience, that your client's service is the same. Actually, in fact, it usually often doesn't, but you need to make this clear to your customer, right? So when you're working with customers, on the initial contact that you have with them, make it different. Make sure that they feel the difference in your client experience. So instead of sending them a generic message like a lot of event planners and so many wedding planners do that just responds to an inquiry, maybe take the time, personalize that message, ask them a question, and if you can, send them a voice note, send them a video, personalize the experience so they understand that the experience with working with you versus this low price competitor is very different. It cannot even be compared, and you're the one that they should be hiring. Now, of course, if you have any questions, drop them below this video and I'll help you answer them. And If you haven't already subscribed to this video, be sure hit the subscribe button on this channel so that you can get more videos like this one to help level up your event planning business.